For the vacant WBA Continental Americas Cruiserweight Championship. Sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. Chairman Rick Figueroa, Executive Director Courtney Arbor, along with the World Boxing Association. President Gilberto Mendoza Jr., Supervisor Juan Diaz. Our three judges assigned will be Javier Alvarez, David Iacobucci, and Chris Migliori. Our referee in charge will be Lawrence Cole. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he comes to the ring wearing black with gold and weighed in officially at 197.6 pounds. Coming to us from Monroe, Michigan, he brings an undefeated record with 18 wins. 10 of his 18 wins come by way of knockout. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing green camouflage trunks and weighed in officially at 199.8 pounds. A native of Visätra, Sweden, he is now fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, and has an undefeated record with 18 wins. 13 of his 18 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Robin Robs Safar.
All right, back up a little bit. All right, gentlemen, went over your rules early in the dressing room. I want you to obey my commands. Protect yourselves at all times. Right there is good. Right there is good. Touch them up. Touch them up. Good luck to both of y'all.
Robin Safar didn't want to touch him up, and he told us, I don't know much about Derek Miller, but I know enough to think I should be able to get him out of there in a few rounds if I'm on my game. But Sergio, in his last fight, Safar really wasn't on his game.
Well, he was looking for that big power, that right hand. He wasn't trying to set it up. He has a really good sneaky uppercut. So I just think the more he evolves, he could set it up behind a jab, just like he's doing right there, and then dig in the body shots, and of course, landing the big right hand.
Yeah, and he did attribute that to the bicep injury that he had going into the fight, an injury that was so severe that it did require surgery immediately afterwards. He just couldn't throw that left like he wanted to. This fight, he says, coming in 100%. And Todd, you pointed out, he just thinks he's on a different level than Derek Miller Jr.
Well, we're about to find out. Don't discount D. Mills, as he's known. A late starter himself, turned pro at the age of 28, fighting outside of Michigan for only the third time in his career.
He had some interesting answers to our questions at the fighter meeting. He said he turned pro late because he was chasing his Olympic dream. And I asked him kind of how close he got. He's like, not really.
Ooh, nice left.
He's like, and I was in a couple of Golden Gloves tournament, tried to make it an Olympic qualifier. So
he did have 61 amateur fights, but yeah, to make the Olympics, you have to start fresh, young, and have hundreds of Olympic, style fights. That wasn't in his cards. And as a professional, he's undefeated. They really were careful with the opponents they match him with, but he is strong. He does have a big right hand. If he lands it, he could change things around.
Miller said he thinks he has one of the most powerful jabs in the game. He said people tell him in sparring that it feels like they're getting hit with a straight right hand.
And right now I haven't seen it from Miller. I would love to see him throwing that jab right to the midsection, right to the chest, just like he tried right there. But that's what I did know about Miller. He has slow feet, heavy feet, and he lacks speed. So in order to land those punches, he's going to need technique and timing.
Miller's one of those guys, good record, can be entertaining, but is not fought yet above that club level. So we don't really know what we have in him, despite the fact that he's undefeated.
See, this is the thing I didn't see in the last fight with Safar. There's no jabs. He's just walking in. Like he has no respect for Miller, but he can have that same confidence, but doing it behind a shotgun jab. Not just pawing like that. You got to alternate power.
Safar continuing to back Miller up, but Miller says, hey, I don't mind fighting backwards. I do pretty well, in fact. That right hand just off target. Miller's got to be careful about getting hit on the temple. He always Sergio seems to turn his head to his right.
Yeah, that's a bad habit, but right now they're also getting dangerous close to clashing heads as well, so got to watch out for that.
Safar turned pro at 24. I mentioned he began fighting at 19. So by traditional boxing standards, 2 late bloomers.
Yeah, Miller's legs are really heavy. I don't see this fight going the distance.
Miller getting his swings in, but I don't know if he wants to go blow for blow.
For the next 30 days, everyone in the country is trying to murder me. And that's crazy, right? Don't you get it? This game is rigged.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
The Running Man. Tickets on sale now.
You do more so than what you're not doing, then step to the right. Stop letting them circle like that, all right? Because you're going to get tired quicker if you just cut the ring off really good. Keep your eyes on defense, right? Take your time. It ain't nothing. Right now, you got a little energy right now, so you're going to be throwing that stuff hot. Not a dip. Don't try to catch so much. Make them miss a little bit more, all right? You're going to break it down a little bit more. But I don't like them circling like that, all right?
Good advice in the corner of Safar. They said they want to soften him up, but he's already getting tired. And I agree. Just 3 minutes in, 1 round in, and I could already see give in the legs
Back for me,
of Miller. So
thanks, sir.
I love the advice. Safar just needs to keep picking and pecking and breaking him down with that jab.
Well, Miller only had a 5-week training camp for this fight, so the idea that he can go 10 rounds seems like a bit of a pipe dream. If he's going to get something done, he's going to have to do it in the first half of this fight.
Well, listen, Safar's only been past round 6 3 times in his career. So he's used to getting guys out early.
Yeah, but he had that good fight, though, against Kovalev. We got him out late. He was winning that fight, still went for it late. So I think he's got that in him.
He's a patient puncher. That's the thing I like about Safar. Sometimes a little bit too patient. He does have power, but he doesn't set it up. He lets his opponents make mistakes or get fatigued. You know, but that all comes with experience. But either way, Safar, he does have a high ceiling, in my opinion.
Miller Jr. coming off a very entertaining fight against Vernon Weber. It was a draw. Fantastic action there in Detroit. But if Vernon Weber's watching right now, he was adamant that he won that fight, believed it was a hometown decision.
See how he's pawing with that jab so far? You know, there's nothing wrong with pawing with the jab, but you also got to mix it up, alternate power. Good body shot there by Safar.
Indeed.
See that jab? He's just poking it right now. But if you can poke it, but then you got to surprise your opponent with a shotgun. You know, and aim at the chest as well. You hear that a lot from trainers. Aim at the chest because it lowers the hands, and you can catch your opponent slipping with the right hand right through the guard.
Boy, Safar has not taken a step back since the opening bell.
Yeah, I mean, look, Robin Safar he's told us he understands the significance of looking good in a fight like this, and he's real anxious to get his career, get some momentum behind it. 32 years old and still hasn't fought really on the world level, save for that fight against Sergey Kovalev. He's really hoping that 2026 is a big year for him, and the only way that's going to happen is if he looks great against an opponent like this.
Chris, have you heard anything about when we might see Zurdo Ramirez again?
I think there's a decent chance you see him in the first couple of months of 2026.
Safar would love to be that opponent.
I don't think he will be.
No?
I think if and when Zurdo comes back off that surgery, it'll probably be somebody lesser than Robin Safar.
Well, Safar said he's not going to go back to Sweden until he wins a world title. I'm hoping next year we somehow get Zurdo versus Jai Opetaia. Nice shot. Uppercut with the left and the straight right hand from Robin Safar.
Because he switched up the speed. He caught Miller off guard because he threw a right hand first and he hit the jab, landing that big right hand afterwards. Nice sneaky combination. And that's what I like about Safar. Sneaky speed and good power, especially with the uppercuts.
Good close to the second round for Safar. He's trying to add more to it. And this is what Williams likes to do. He likes to throw a couple big power punches right before the bell.
Just missed that big uppercut.
Whoa, a little headbutt action there from Safar.
Come here, Robin. -1.
They're going to take a point.
-1. Intentional headbutt. -1. -1. Intentional headbutt. Time in.
Yeah, that was a puzzling decision by Robin Safar. I think he believed that some of those shots were coming in late, but still. That was an egregious headbutt.
Your head's all right? You're clear? Yeah. Not hurting you in any way, is he? No. Okay, when you're inside there, when he grabs, his left hand comes right back to here. Follow it back with a straight right hand, but keep your left hand.
Watch the end of the round here, Sergio. The bell rings.
No, I get it, and I actually like that point. But look, that was intentional, and I love the fact that the referee didn't take no nonsense right here, because that was intentional, and it could have been dangerous for Miller as well. That way too irritated, way too frustrated, way too early. Lawrence Cole taking control right off the bat. I like that.
Well, Safar told us in the fighter interviews yesterday, he said he was a hothead growing up, couldn't control his temper, and it got the better of him there as well, as he has a point deducted at the end of round 2.
Yeah, we'll see if that gives any little extra juice to Derek Miller Jr., who clearly lost the first couple of rounds, but now with that point deduction puts him back in play.
Maybe you know the answer to this, Chris. Since the bell, a nice right hand on the temple. I was talking about that earlier. Chris, since the bell rang, would the point deduction be for round 3 or would it be for round 2?
Round 2, if I'm not mistaken. Because he did stop the action right by the bell. Call time, then call time in.
I love the way that Safar alternates his right hand. Everything comes from either straight right hand, right hook, right uppercut. It's very difficult to figure out where that right hand is coming from, and he's not throwing a jab usually. It's a lead right.
It's hard to tell when Miller Jr.'s hurt. He just kind of got that body movement, Sergio, where he always just kind of flails around a little bit.
There's that right uppercut I'm talking about. Safar's getting closer and closer, and yeah, I agree, because he's an older fighter. He's 35 years old. He fights very relaxed, because he doesn't have the quick twitch muscles, doesn't have the speed. So whenever you don't have that, you could take punishment, you could take punches better. You're a lot more loose.
Safar going downstairs, trying to punish the body, which is never a bad idea.
And they're straight shots to the body. I like that because he's bending his knees, and that's very athletic move by Safar. See how Miller's legs react really funny when he gets hit with a shot. He doesn't have the legs at 35 years old. And I think Safar should really start pushing him right now.
And Sergio, not a lot of head movement from Miller, and he's leaning in every time. He's giving a wide open target for Safar to hit.
Well, Miller said, listen, if I was a doctor, I'd be ready for surgery. I've seen it all. I know what to do against anybody. But this is a level he's never come close to fighting at. Good right hand, though, from Miller.
I like the body shots that Safar's landing right now. Straight right hands coming around the left elbow of Miller. He's breaking down the older fighter in Miller. I would love to see him double up those shots for Safar, whether it's double up on the right side or the left side, but to the body.
These are good body shots, though. You could see Miller breathing deep every time Safar lands one.
Not only that, but you see how his knees buckles. There's no strength in the legs of Miller. And those body shots will just sap the legs.
Now Miller in the corner, you can see him just slowing down. He's been walking backwards the entire fight.
I mentioned that 5-week training camp. And look, sometimes guys try to lie to us and say they were in camp anyway, they're ready to go. Miller didn't even try. He just said,
he caught him with a good right hand, and Miller almost went down, clipped him again. Body shot. Oh my, big boys throwing bomb.
Miller landed a big right hand of his own right now. Safar got shook.
Hey. Don't get reckless on him. Don't get reckless on him. Keep that same pressure. Then we back in the gym sparring again. Give me some water. He already done. We don't need to take no unnecessary punishment by getting reckless trying to go for the knockout. You understand? The knockout will come with that pressure that you're putting on him. But keep that jab so you can see. Remember, I don't want to take his information from him. You know what I mean? See what's going on.
Well, I told you Miller loves to exchange at the end of the round, Sergio.
Beautiful right hand right there, set up by that pounding jab I was talking about. And Miller's legs were giving out even before that shot landed. Beautiful shot, but then look, Miller comes back with a big right hand of his own and backed up, and I think caught the attention of Safar.
And the first words from Safar's corner, don't get reckless, as he came back after that last round.
Well, you can tell Safar just does not like Miller Jr. That headbutt, and now
punish him in a disciplined fashion. You know, pop him with that jab, go down to the body, make Miller jabs and big right hands.
Miller telling us he might be better than me, but there's no way he wants this more than me, and that's going to be the difference. I will will my way to a win. Lose. 18 wins, no losses for both of them.
Yeah, but Miller's resume is a lot more questionable with those 18 wins than Safar, and it's showing right now. Miller's showing toughness, resilience, but I don't think he's going to be made for the 10 rounds here.
Oh, Safar is seeing bullseyes right now. There's another one.
You know, this is the range Safar wants to be in. Miller trying to keep this fight up close, doing some grabbing there. Whenever Safar's got a little bit of distance, that right hand, it can't miss.
Miller breathing out of his mouth right now. That's never a good sign.
Safar should be going back to that. There you go, the jab. Just keep Miller hurt and frustrated and thinking with that jab. You will surprise him with that right hand. That's the beauty of certain intelligent power punchers. You know, they know they can hurt you with big left hooks and big right hands, but they keep you hurt. They keep you hurt with jabs.
Body shot from Safar. Miller answers back, but he just got caught again. And will Safar be able to do the job in the fourth?
What a chin from Miller. Took that right up, just took another one. Robin Safar landing some bombs right now.
And Miller's catching him every once in a while too, Sergio.
Yes, he is. Miller's looking for an overhand right of his own. Both of them ignoring the body, but that's what's going to set up a big shot upstairs.
Miller's willing to take 4 to land 1.
He's just fighting on instinct right now.
Instinct and heart, man. You got to give it to Derrick Miller. There you go. That's what I want to see. That's going to set up the overhand shot. There you go. You got to make your opponent think of something going low, then you come up top.
Boy, Derrick Miller has absorbed some hellacious bombs from Safar. There's another one. Misfits box.
To Miller's corner there, it does sound like they're starting to see the writing on the wall here. I think they're going to give him this round, see what he can do. If it goes like the last couple, they might step in to stop it.
And that's, you know, looking out for your fighter. That's smart, because I said it from the first round. I don't see Miller lasting the distance. He doesn't have the leg strength. He doesn't have the ability, just to be honest, but he does have the heart.
He does have the heart as we look through 4 rounds. Miller Jr., 28 power shots landed out of 99 thrown, 70 for Safar.
Yeah, Safar is landing everything he's throwing right now. Even the straight jabs are landing right on Miller's face.
Yeah, so far so good for the Swede.
I got that.
You know, the corner's worried about him, Sergio, but at the same time, this is his dream. I mean, this is the biggest moment of his life, and he's still, like I said, landing 3 or 4 consequential punches every round.
Not only that, but remember, these are 2 unbeaten fighters. I mean, Derrick Miller is not accustomed to losing. But you can see by his punches, he has nothing left in his legs and his punches. He's just going on fumes and heart, is Derrick Miller right now. I wish I could say that Safar's playing with his food and wanting to get rounds, but we've seen this in his last fight. He just doesn't set up the big right hand, and then the knockout slowly starts getting away from him.
No, I don't think he's playing with his food or trying to get rounds at all. I mean, I think he knows that a 10-round decision win against Derrick Miller Jr. is going to do nothing for him. It's not going to catapult him to the kind of fights he's looking for. He needs a knockout in a fight like this to get someone like Zurdo and the Golden Boy top brass interested.
Yeah, but he's landed some knockout-worthy punches, just Miller hasn't gone down.
Well, I'd like to see him cut the ring off a little bit more, Sergio. Like, you see Miller, he's circling the same way every time. Just take one step to your right, try to force him in a different direction.
Yeah, but that's something that Safar, even though he is athletic and he doesn't smother himself, he just... Oh, good shot. There you go. Now he tried something different. He turned southpaw, caught him with that right hook. That's a different look. Maybe not with the feet, but with the southpaw stance.
And Miller throwing fewer and fewer punches back now.
If Safar would throw a combination with speed, I could see the referee probably stopping this fight. I just don't. Miller doesn't have balance.
But that's just kind of the way he fights, right? He seems off balanced.
A combination would do it. A flurry would actually do it for Miller because he doesn't have the balance to withstand that attack or to even block those shots. So Safar right now is doing himself wrong by just going for one big shot. Miller's tough enough to eat that up. Should be looking for combinations and speed if you're Robin Safar.
Hey, listen. Rob, listen. Go this way. Stop following him around the ring, okay? Cut the ring off. He's not gonna get away. Then you can start landing your shots more, okay? Yep. You will close the show when you cut the ring off.
9% of our fan zone folks should be fired right now because Robin Safar.
Deep breath.
Oh wait, I'm being told that's Chris Mannix's vote on his fan zone.
Look in here. Huh? Look in here. Woo!
Although Safar did have that point deduction.
You gotta cut that ring. You gotta step to the right. All right, don't let them circle. All right. We've been doing this a million times when they circle.
Come on,
Let's see if this is the magic round for Robin Safar. 6th round. Scheduled for 10. Again, Safar, you may recall, he picked up that signature points victory over 41-year-old former light heavyweight champion Sergey Kovalev back in May in 2024, which included a brutal knockdown right at the bell that Kovalev was able to get up from, but that was all she wrote.
Good shot. Miller turned southpaw, and he got caught with the right hand of Safar. There he goes switching again. I don't think he should be switching if I'm Derrick Miller. He doesn't have the leg strength for it right now.
The 5th round felt like the first time that Miller Jr. didn't land a big power punch. He was getting beaten up in the prior 4, but at least he was getting a couple shots in here and there.
And now he's punching like he's underwater, is Miller. Nothing behind those punches. Fatigued, tired.
Stop! No. Second warning. All right, give him up. You hit him right on the top of the cup. Box!
And I thought that shot from Safar was right on the belt line.
Good shot. Safar needs to double up those body shots. I could see Miller taking a knee because he doesn't have the resilience right now to actually keep standing up to these shots. So double up on the same side.
Miller's ready to go, it looks like.
Yes, he is.
Maybe just as much as fatigue as it is damage.
That's what I've been saying, Todd. And the way you get the referee to stop this fight is by flurrying, not just single shots. You got to flurry. You got to throw a combination to make him go off balance.
That's the Chris Mannix strategy. Why are you stealing his material?
I know, man. I mean, it's more the Joe Calzaghe strategy, but I like to bring it up every so often.
Not really. I mean, that's how I got the few stoppages I had in my career. It was by flurries. I wasn't knocking out guys. I was forcing the referee to stop the fight. So I think that's what Safar needs to be doing. Just concentrate on speed, not the right perfect shot to get the highlight reel knockout.
You know this, the guy having a 5-week training camp, he's hanging in there. Looks tired, looks beaten. It hasn't gone down yet, and is still winging some shots.
Yeah, because Safar's letting him, fight his fight, letting him fight like the older fighter. You got to make older fighters feel their age.
Oh, nice left hook, and it shot the mouthpiece across the ring.
And the way you make older fighters feel old is speed and foot speed, hand speed.
Stop! Stop! Hang on. Time! I gotta get the mouthpiece. Come on. I know you did. Come on, mouthpiece. Second time, next time it comes out, I'm taking a point away. Next time it comes out, you'll get him there.
Busy night at the office with
Time
the referee,
in.
huh?
Box. Come on.
Wait a minute.
Come on, coach.
Oh, don't do it. Oh, man. Boy, Safar almost took a quick shot. Oh, and there's that left hand.
Time.
Man, that was strange.
And Miller smiling and blowing a kiss at Robin Safar after getting chin check with that big left hand.
That was very strange.
What do you give me the mouthpiece for? You didn't want me to put it back in? Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, okay. Derek, what are we doing here, champ? We're just going through the motions. You want this? You want this?
Let's go.
You don't want it? Yeah, you want this? Let's go get it. Come on. Let your hands go. You gotta let your hands go. When you start it out, you can let them go. Then you stop letting them go. You let him dictate this fight, Derek. You gotta use your jab, do your combinations. I've been working too hard for this, all right, champ? Come on, let's go. So we got 4 rounds left. Let's go, D. Let's go. Let's go. Let them hands go, Derek. He ain't scoring.
I don't know if I've ever heard a trainer say, do you want this? And then go, yeah, you do want it, right? You do want it. You're going to go get it.
I think the trainer wants it more than the fighter right now.
Yeah, Miller's just exhausted.
He's been exhausted, but he's just shown a lot of courage, coming back after the big shots that Safar is landing, and he's still up on his feet, and like Chris mentioned, not going down.
Sergio, is there a way, what's the best way other than, trying to take a round off to try and regain some of your energy or find that second win? Is there anything Miller can be doing right now?
Yeah, getting on the inside and backing up Safar, trying to wrestle on the inside, try to kill the clock. That's what older veterans do. Think of Bernard Hopkins. That's how he was able to fight until his 40s, because once he got on the inside, he will maul opponents, fight on the inside, kill the clock. That's what I think Miller should do. He's a big guy. Get on the inside and start making it a little bit rough. Even wrestle on the inside. Single shots, body shots, clinch.
We heard Safar's corner a couple of rounds ago say you got to cut the ring off. And time and again, Robin Safar seems to show that he doesn't really know how to do it. It's not like Miller is moving in multiple directions. He's just circling to his left every single time, and we're not seeing Robin Safar take that slight step to the right, stop him in his tracks, and then let his hands go.
If Zerto Ramirez is watching this right now, what's he thinking?
He's
Sergio?
probably, he's thinking, I'm not going to fight this guy. Like, you need to make a statement in a fight like this. It's not just winning, it's how you win. And if you're fighting on a main broadcast against an opponent that you clearly are outclassing, you cannot let this fight go to a decision. Absolutely cannot.
I agree. And Miller is there for the taking. He's a tough guy. He showed heart. He's resilient, but he doesn't have the legs. So all you got to do is put a combination together for Safar. Don't let Miller clinch. Throw a flurry, but you got to throw combinations. Those single shots, those twos and fews, is not going to be enough to stop a tough guy like Miller.
Miller looks like he's about to fall down every time he takes a step.
Miller has had no legs from the first round. I'll be honest.
I'm gonna say second or third, but yeah, it's close.
Hasn't had legs, but the reason he's still in this fight is because Safar's not making him react with his legs or use his leg strength. He's just walking around and following him around.
And even right there, Miller had a chance to throw a right hand and just didn't seem to have the will or energy to do it. Good body shot from Safar.
Yeah, Miller is off balance. He's not taking the shot as easy as he was earlier. Safar's going to look at this fight and regret it if this fight goes the distance.
Well, I think Safar's trying. He just can't figure out how to do it.
Time!
Make sure you catch Inside the Ring every Monday on DAZN with Max Kellerman and Mike Coppinger, offering breaking news, analysis, and interviews with boxing's biggest names, as well as fight recaps and previews. That's Mondays on DAZN.
Your hands go, baby. As long as you keep him moving, you're going to keep missing that right hand. Because he's going to run away from it. And he's going to get back to the center. We can't let him do that. Cut the ring off first, and then let your hands go. We got 2 rounds left. 3 rounds. This is 8. All right, I want all these rounds, you need to be stepping on that gas. I got you. Okay? All these rounds stepping on the gas. Don't get to smothering yourself. First, cut the ring off with the jab. Once you cut the ring off, then start letting your hands go. Body, head, body, okay?
Second down!
I think me in the corner in lockstep in our opinion of how this fight is going. Of course, Robin Safar is winning by a wide margin, but that does nothing for him. And his corner's been saying the same thing. Cut the ring off. Cut the ring off. Really just step to your right and keep Miller Jr. from going that direction.
Cut the ring off and throw punches, meaning throw combinations. You just can't load up on 2 shots. And just, watch your work. That's the thing about Safar. He's patient, he's disciplined, and that's a good trait to have. But when you're landing punches so easily and you have a fighter outmatched, you got to put it in another gear, and we're not seeing that right now.
Yeah, earlier in the fight, Safar had to at least be conscious of the fact that Miller was coming back with some powerful shots, but now there's nothing coming back, and what does come back isn't going to hurt him. So go for broke.
This is actually going to set back Robin Safar if he doesn't get Miller out of here. Miller is a shell of himself. He's tired, he's fatigued, and it seems like Safar's just content, letting him, kill the clock.
But hey, Miller could have been out of this fight a long time ago. He could have easily wink, nod into his corner and gotten out of this. But he's still in there, taking the punishment, taking the abuse, and killing the clock.
See right there, that's a nice left hook, right? But it's just one shot. No combination from Safar, and that's what also they were telling him in the corner. Cut off the ring and let your hands go. You're not letting your hands go here. You have the speed, you have the legs. That's the main thing that Safar has the legs. He doesn't smother his attack. Let your hands go. Combination, flurry.
Oh, good right hand as Miller tried to get off the ropes.
I like that about Safar. Safar threw that punch where he knew Miller was going to be. Miller was moving to his left, and Safar caught him right when he hit that spot.
Left hook now.
Yeah, no, Safar's not letting his hands go. He's not gonna turn heads if he's not throwing combinations. One or 2 punches is not enough. Even if they're landing cleanly, that says more about Miller's chin and his toughness than it does about Safar and about what he's trying to do.
Just want to see Safar uncork one good right hook. You see, Miller is predictable. He keeps moving.
Where's the clapper? You need the wooden clapper. You don't need another bell to sound 10 seconds.
Now we talking, baby. Deep breath, deep breath, deep breaths. That jab is setting up everything, right? All right, that jab and that positioning is better. Hey, you see you waiting for the fences, right?
I'm about to go Dickie Cole on you if you don't watch it. Pick up a hammer and hit that bell.
Keep going. You got 2 more.
There's that jab that they wanted. Nice right hand landed by Miller, but it seemed to just woke up and upset Robin Safar, letting him get brave and eating those jabs just to get inside. But credit to Derrick Miller, man, looking for a way, exchanging with Robert Safar, hook for hook, punch for punch, missing a big shot right there.
Well, Derrick Miller making Monroe, Michigan very proud with his heart and resilience in this fight.
Yes, he is, man. Credit to Derrick Miller.
I mean, if he was a race car, the hubcaps would be off, the windshield would be broken, the windshield wiper's not working, but he's still driving.
See, this is what I was talking about with Robin Safar as well. He paused at that jab, right? That's fine if you're just, laying it out there, but you also got to alternate it. You got to fool your opponent. You paw it out there, then you show him power, then that's when you lure him into that right hand. Just no creativity coming from Robin Safar.
No creativity and no sense of urgency over these last few rounds. What we've seen is really a Robin Safar that is comfortable jabbing his way to a decision. If that's the case, he's going to win a wide decision, but it's not going to get him the kind of fights that he's looking for.
Right, just like his last fight with Kovalev. He could have made a statement and knocked out former champion.
Well, I thought, look, we didn't know who Robin Safar was really going into that fight. And going into that fight, people were talking about Kovalev getting the win and Kovalev moving on to a bigger name in the cruiserweight division. I had no problem with that fight. Even his last one, having an injury, still got a knockout. This is a fight that he knows a lot of eyeballs are on. All the Golden Boy brass is there. Zurdo Ramirez probably watching from somewhere. It's an important fight, and he seems to just be kind of coasting his way through it.
Ooh, good right hand there from Safar. But we've been seeing those all fight long. I think Miller can sense the finish line. It's given him a little more juice, isn't it?
That happens all the time with fighters. It's called adrenaline. You know the end is near. You know that you just got 3 more minutes, and adrenaline just takes over. And yes, I agree with you, Todd. That's what Miller's sensing.
He's now jabbing with Safar.
Good body shot by Miller.
Can you imagine if somehow he was able to land a bomb and drop Safar? This place would go crazy.
Just no pop behind the punches of Safar anymore. I mean, Miller's there. He's not moving his upper body. He's there for the taking. But it seems like Safar just doesn't have that extra gear.
Safar just cannot get rid of Miller Jr. He's like that fever blister that just won't go away.
Oh my God.
Only you get fever blisters.
Wow. That is...
You know what I'm talking about? No matter what you put on it, what you do, how much attention you give it.
Good body shot there by Safar.
Good clubbing right from Safar.
It seems that any time Robin Safar does get Miller hurt, it's towards the end of the round, and Miller survives on to the next one, getting his rest.
Last round, champ. Last round. How you feel? Huh? We're not doing enough, champ. I know you know. Yeah. Give me the mouthpiece. Deep breath. Deep breath. Be smart. Keep your hands up. You're letting him back you up when you shouldn't. You need to throw punches inside. Right? Keep your hands up. You need to throw combinations. You're just throwing 1 punch, 2 punch.
Last round, we'll touch him up.
Yeah. You hear me? Yeah. All right. Be smart. Be smart. All right.
A big right hand just missed right there by Safar. He didn't jab his way in. If he would have doubled that jab, he would have hit that right hand behind that second jab. But that's what I'm talking about with the creativity that Robin Safar is lacking. It's making it easier for a guy like Miller to see those punches coming.
3 minutes to go. Who would have thought we'd be here after watching the first few rounds of this fight? And yet Derek Miller still standing.
Derek Miller is going to be, he's going to be crossing this finish line, and he's going to have a moral victory because this man should have been out a long time ago. And like I said earlier, adrenaline is going to rush his body, and he's going to probably throw more shots and have his best round, just like he's doing right now.
A very frustrating night at the office for Robin Safar, who told us he was going to shine and force Golden Boy to put him in there sooner than later with Zurdo Ramirez.
No urgency from Safar. You know, he lands those shots, but Miller keeps coming back. So Miller already is accustomed to the power and the timing of Safar. Safar hasn't switched it up. He hasn't doubled up. He hasn't showed. He hasn't got any angles. He hasn't done a lot of things. Creativity is the word that I used earlier, and that's it right there. He hasn't created a new way to hurt Derek Miller.
That was a little low. The referee was shielded from that.
Safar went away from the uppercuts, which is one of his best punches other than that right hand. And I think that would have caught Miller off guard too, because Miller's getting tired, he's fatigued, and he leans forward. And that's a recipe for disaster when you have a fighter that throws nice uppercuts.
Half a round to go. Derek Miller Jr., 18-0, never been beaten. He's going to lose that O tonight, but he didn't get knocked out.
If you're going to lose that O, you want to lose it to a good fighter with another undefeated record. And this is a moral victory that Miller can, you know, keep his chin high, you know, keep his head high.
He lost that mouthpiece again. Third time, referee may take a point away. Has warned him a couple of times, but that will most likely be academic.
Well, we don't want to say it's over quite yet. There's still 45 seconds. Safar dropped Kovalev with about 5 seconds to go in that fight.
Ooh, good body shot there, finally, by Safar. But this is what I'm talking about by Safar. You know, he lands good stuff, but he doesn't get creative enough to do something else. You know, then Miller figures out that that's going to come again. He just blocks. Double up your shots.
Let's see if Miller's going to go out on his shield here. If he's going to try to exchange with a big guy. Crowd trying to will him on. 20 seconds.
What guts on Derek Miller, man.
10 seconds.
And there's the flurry I've been asking about.
And Miller caught him once. Safar got him again. But he couldn't put Derek Miller down.
Robin Safar may have got the victory here, but the moral victory, and I'm sure a lot of people here appreciating the guts on Derek Miller Jr. tonight.
Yeah, this fight should have been over after round 4.
Oh, easily.
Take the gloves off. Take the gloves.
And Safar needs to give Miller all the props in the world for taking just a beat down for 10 rounds. So Safar, who had stopped 4 of his last 5 opponents and 10 of his last 12, couldn't put the man from Monroe, Michigan on the canvas.
Yeah, and that's disappointing to be fighting on a stage like this with the stakes as high as it was, to not get a knockout against an opponent of this caliber. Took a fight on relatively short notice. Robin Safar told us all week long he knew the magnitude of this moment. He knew he had to shine. He gets the win. He keeps that record perfect. That is obviously the most important thing. But you want to make a statement. That wasn't a statement from Robin Safar.
It is almost here, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday, November 15th, Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn reignite their family rivalry at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. After their ferocious first encounter, they do it again. Eubank Benn 2, buy it now on DAZN. Sergio, who you picking in that one?
I got to go with the same guy again, man. Chris Eubank, just a naturally bigger, stronger fighter, more experience.